Hi, Chelsey here, and welcome to my quick yoga workout. Today, our focus is going to be weight transferring. So really pressing into our hands, into the mat so we can jump out of that plank or we can shift into that handstand. All right, we'll start in our tabletop position. Really spread those fingertips nice and wide. You can tuck the toes if you like and make sure those knees are hip width distance. From here, just shifting that weight forward and back, warming up those wrists. So we'll take 2 more forward and back. Last one, and let's bring it side to side. So I'll go right over those wrists and just kind of work around, see how it feels for you. You may need to adjust. And last, back and forth. Let's get some circles in. So we'll shift our weight forward, maybe take it right, back, left, and again, one more full circle. So really keeping that tension and that weight in those hands. Go ahead and reverse it nice and slow. You can feel that weight maybe more in the fingertips and then in the wrist. So just kind of exploring this. From here, go ahead and stop at our neutral position. We'll rotate our fingertips towards those knees. So I'm taking the hands towards the outside and tucking them towards my knees. From here, you may feel the stretch already. If you don't, just ease back onto those heels, getting a nice stretch all along the inside of those wrists. So breathing right here, remember, nice flat back. And if you need to ease off of it, you can always shift a little bit forward. One more deep breath in and out right here. And then we'll lean forward and then flip our palms up. So our fingertips are still facing our knees. And then from here, sink those hips back towards the heels again. So embracing this stretch, breathing right here. One more breath. We'll ease off of them and then just sit back on those heels and shake them out. Nice. All right, let's get back into that tabletop, but this time I'm reaching my hands really far forward, almost to the tip of my mat. Tuck those toes. Exhale, press into the hands, down dog. So sinking those hips back, feeling nice and strong in the shoulder complex and not sinking into them. So nice and flat and straight. So I'm nice and sturdy. From here, inhale, rise onto the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze towards those hands, and then from here, think of sending the hips up towards the front of the mat to hop it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, press those arms down. Again, inhale all the way up, reaching through those fingertips. From here, left hand is gonna grab that wrist. We'll reach it up and over towards the side. So nice and long. Just stretching everything out before we begin. Again, inhale all the way up. We'll switch wrist. So right grabs that left. Inhale, reaching all the way up and over to the right side. Keeping those feet planted, the hips still in line. Inhale, reaching all the way back up. From here, exhale, swan dive forward. Nice and slow. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, drop the head, and we'll heel toe the feet to the outside. From here, plant the hands down, drop down so our knees are nice and wide, like a yoga squat. Now from here, we're gonna press and hop it back. So hips go up, hopping into that plank. Beautiful. Shift that weight forward. Exhale, lowering down chaturanga. Inhale up cobra, and then exhale down dog. Again, transferring that weight in those hands. Inhale that right leg all the way up. Exhale, shift the weight, step it forward, runner's lunge. From here, inhale those arms up, crescent lunge. And then we're gonna straighten that front leg. If you need to take a little step forward so we can plant that back leg, keep those hips in line. Inhale, reaching all the way up and down. Nice hamstring stretch right here. If you can, relax those hands down, relax that head. Get a couple breaths right here. And then from here, think of pressing into the hands, and we're gonna kick this back leg all the way up into a standing split. So shifting that weight, press that heel up towards the front of the mat. Beautiful, bring it down to meet the right. We'll send the hips down. Again, transfer that weight into the hands and hop it back. Begin that flow, so slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, other side. So inhale that left leg all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, shift it forward and plant it. Crescent lunge up. Inhale those arms up. Find nice and stable, sturdy. Step it forward and lengthen that front leg. Hamstring stretch, so really reaching up before you forward fold. So nice and slow, embrace the stretch first. You can relax that head down. Take 2 deep breaths right here. Embracing this stretch, planting those hands. Inhale now, shifting that weight, kicking that right leg all the way up towards the front of the mat, standing split. Bend that knee, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, drop down. We're hopping back. So hips go up and step it back. Begin that flow. Exhale, take it down, chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra. And exhale, down dog. So bring those feet together. Really press those heels down. Get a nice stretch right here. And let's get a jump in. So rise onto the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze towards the hands, and hop it forward. Nice halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, let those arms float down. Beautiful. Inhale those arms up. Again, left hand on that right wrist, reach it up and over. Get a nice breath in here. Inhale, back up. Switch other side. Lengthen that left arm. Right hand grabs that wrist. Inhale, nice and strong, all the way up and over to that right side. 1 breath right here. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, swan dive it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, drop that head. We'll take the feet towards the outside, hips come down. So kind of that yoga squat stance again. Press the hands into the mat and hop it back. Begin that flow. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale up, cobra. And exhale, down dog. All right, you can drop the knees right here and come into this tabletop. We are going to be shifting our weight into these handstands. So play around with it. The legs do not need to come up high. We're just playing around with shifting our weight. So you do not have to be an expert at handstands. All right, back into that down dog. Now from here, I'm gonna inhale up that right leg. Now from here, I'm gonna kick it up towards the front of my mat like we've been doing, and I'm gonna switch in the air. All right, again, kicking that left leg up now, and switching. All right, 2 more just like that. So keeping my gaze in between my hands. Inhale, keeping that nice, strong shoulder complex as well. Again, kick that right leg up, switch, and come down. So one knee is taking in that weight. And again, left side, kicking up, switch and down. Step it back into that down dog. Find your breath, exhale it out. Inhale, rise onto the toes. Bend the knees, take the gaze forward and hop it forward. Nice, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, reverse swan dive all the way up. Exhale, let it flow down. All right, now is your time. You can go back into those wrist stretch, try the handstand a couple more times, or simply go into Shavasana. Either way, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.